Well, hello my beauties and welcome to my channel. Today is, well, this, which was actually requested by a few of you who watch me. It was kind of the look that I had going on in my Style Tone unboxing, which I will link under the cards and down below and such. And there I said that I didn't film the look, but that I could if you wanted me to. I did it, well, today. It is a little bit different than that look, just because, you know, if you try to exactly recreate a look from memory, I just, creativity takes over, and yeah, so it is kind of the same, not entirely, but kind of. And then I was like, you know what, let's go all out, do a dramatic lippy and then a dramatic falsies. So this is how it turned out. I like it. The look was created with the Hasina tool, which looks like this. And this is a palette from Blush Tribe. And Blush Tribe is a UK-based indie brand. This is one of her fall palettes. It is still available, so you can order it if you want to. And yeah, I will show you which colors I used. For the purple, I used this one, and this shimmer. For the greens, I used this one, a little bit of this one, and I think a tiny bit of that. Oh yeah, and I used a little bit of this just to mix it up. If you don't have this palette, you can still recreate the look. If you have a dark purple, if you have, well, a lighter purple, or maybe a pinkish purple, or maybe you can even combine a purple and a pink to kind of, well, create your own look or your own color, and then a green. And yeah, you could use a dark green. I started with a dark green, and you will see that in a minute. I started in the dark green low and then blended it out with a lighter green. So if you have a dark green and a lighter green, you can recreate this look, and then all you need is a green shimmer. You don't have to do it like this, of course, because you can also do this with, I don't know, all sorts of colors. If you have a pink shimmer and a blue shimmer, you can do it like this, but then with pink and blue. So you can do it with all kinds of color combinations. You can also do this with neutral colors. So if you have a bronze and a gold shimmer, and maybe a bronze and a yellow gold is matte, you can also do this. So you can do this with any color that you want. The video is long, probably, and that is because it is real-time blending. I am not cutting anything out of the blending and the application process, just because I want you guys to follow this look. That means that it is a long video. If you don't like that, you can speed it up. There is, if you click on the three buttons that are somewhere here, 3 dots, you can get a drop down menu where you can change the quality of a video, but you can also change the speed. So you can just speed me up if you want to, because, oh, you know how to create something like this. The only thing is that if you stream this video to a television for something, you cannot speed me up, just so you know. So then just grab your eyeshadow and your brushes and follow along, or grab a cup of coffee and put your feet up and just watch. That was the intro for this. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. If you have any requests, leave them down below. And for now, well, let's get into how I apply the look. Oh, before I forget, all the rest of the stuff that I'm wearing on my face is listed down in the description box, just so you know. I hope you have fun watching, and I see you on the other side. Okay, back by popular demand, or filmed by popular demand, or something like that. So yeah, let's get cracking. As you can see, I have already applied everything. What I am, however, going to do is set the upper part of my upper eyelid, just because it will make it easier for me to blend out the green later. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush, just taking a little bit of loose face powder, and I am just setting the top part of my eye where I'm going to blend. That's the only part I'm setting. And I'm just pressing the powder on. And then I can swipe the excess away. Now, normally, as most of you will know, I don't set my base. Let's go there as well. But sometimes with some colors, especially blues and greens, I like to set the part where I need to blend, so that I have an easier time of blending, to be honest. Okay, I am going to start a little bit differently than I did in the original look. I am starting with the darker colors low in the crease, and then I'm going to lighten it up a little bit on top of that. I want, let me think, green, pink, green, pink. I don't remember how I did it the last time. I'm going to start with the color Mohan, which is that dark purple on this brush. It's clean. I'm going to do that on the outside. So I'm just going to pull up my eyebrows and press it on where I want it. Because I'm going to cut the crease, I think it's pretty if you have a darker, well, I don't know, base, something. So I am bringing it quite low, and that is just because I want to make sure that when I cut the crease later, I can still see that darker part. Yes, I'm also flipping it on my mobile lid in the outer corner. Like so. And that is what I'm doing with the purple. I'm going to do the same on the other eye. And because this is another playing with color, and my playing with color, I want you guys to really be able to follow me. Stuff that I will cut out is just, I don't know, cleaning my brushes, that kind of thing, you know. Sometimes I just really need to think about how I want to place my eyeshadow. That part I will cut out. The rest will be real-time blending. So if the video is too long, you can fast forward it. You cannot, you can fast forward it, but not if you are streaming it to your television. Okay, that's even-ish. Now I'm going to clean the brush a little. I am going to fade the edge just a tiny bit. And I found that this shadow, for me, works best the other way around. So instead of packing it on and then blending it out, for me it works better the other way around. But I don't really want to pack this on. So that's enough blending for now. Cleaning the brush. And let's go into the color... Yes, let's get the color Mani, which is this dark green. And it is going to be a little bit different than the last, the first time I did this look, because the first time I did this look, I kind of stuck to the color Iris mostly. which I will use in a minute, and a little bit of the lighter green. And I did use these shades, but I worked the other way around. So I'm actually going to do it this way now. And I'm just placing that shadow. I actually need to leave a little gap, I think. Oh well. Because when I want to mix a dark green and dark purple, it can turn muddy. So I'm going to use another color to mix those two together. And here the same. I'm just going to feather out the edge. Now I'm going to use the color Re, which is kind of a weird color. I'm going to use that to blend these two together. And I should probably have left a little gap between, but I didn't. I'm just going back and forth in small motions to blend those two together, like that. I want the purple a little bit further in. Yes, okay. I'm cleaning that brush again. And I'm going to go into the color Iris, which is this one. And that's going to go on top of that purple. And then, as you see, I'm blending out the edge of that dark purple with this color, because this is kind of a warmer tone. This will blend easier into my skin, so it shouldn't get patchy. And then you have that. Okay, other side as well. So again, it's the color Iris that I'm first concentrating on the edge of that purple. I see I over blended the color Mohan, which is the dark purple, so I'm bringing it back here. I'm just pressing that on, cleaning that brush, and going back in Iris, and just concentrate it on the edge. A little bit on top of the purple. But I'm mostly concentrating it on the edge to get them to blend together. I don't mind it if you can see kind of a line there, but I do want, if at all possible, to kind of have it flowing. I don't know if that makes sense. I want to bring the color Iris in just a little bit further. And the first time that I did this, I just used the color Iris and then the color Mahia, I think, which is this one, and then blended it out with this one. Now, and then after that I darkened it up with these colors. So now I'm just doing it the other way around. So it's probably going to be a bit darker than the last or the first time I did this look, but it doesn't really matter, I think. Now I'm going to go into the color Erin, which is this bright green, and I am going to place that here and blend out the green with that shade. just taking my time. Sometimes I need to check. Yeah, I thought so. I kind of brought it up too far in here for my liking. Just wiping it away with my finger. No, I can, you know what, I will clean it up with a little bit of concealer later. I'm also putting that on top of the darker green. And I'm kind of dragging it into the color Erin. Taking that color, or iris. I'm taking iris again, which is that pinkish. And just, I don't want to mix it too much. I just want them to kind of fold into each other, if that makes sense. Okay, let's kind of clean it up. So I'm just taking a little bit of concealer on my hand. And let's clean this part up here. How am I going to do that? I think something like that. So, cleaned up. And no, not entirely, but I don't really mind it too much. I just don't want it too high there. So, I am tapping over the edge with the color Erin, which is that brightest green in the palette. To set it. And then I can go over that edge. Did I bring it up too high again? Oh, lordy lord. Oh. Well, then we'll bring it up a little bit higher here also. And just blend this until you're happy. If you like a sharp edge, you don't need to blend. Sometimes I'm looking in my furthest mirror to see what it will look like from afar. It's doing something there, I see. I'm going to go into the color Iris. I'm actually going to kind of pack it on here first. And then with whatever left on my brush. Okay, so my phone, I don't know why, stopped filming, but what I said was I just packed the color Iris on and then I was going to blend it out with whatever was left on the brush. And that was actually it, so it wasn't too bad. I just need to make sure that my phone is still recording. And let's kind of fade the colors into each other. Like that. Okay. Now the fun part, which is cutting the crease. I am not proficient in cutting the crease, just so you know, and maybe I will kind of fast forward it. It just depends on how long it is taking me. I am taking quite a small brush and my concealer. What I can try is to kind of do this. Let's see if that will work. And then just, I don't know, do a thingy. I'm pulling my mirror in a little bit closer and I have hooded eyes, but no, this isn't working for me. What I don't like is if it's up too high, so that is why I am looking down, and now I'm pressing the concealer on and kind of creating a line. I'm stretching my eye as far as it will go now to kind of clean that up. And I'm just pressing, patting. To create the line that I want. And you know, just take your time for this, because it can take a while. And I'm not going all the way. Oh, I'm itchy. Okay, it is actually kind of a little bit too high for my liking, but you can always fix that. So this is one eye done. I want it a little bit further in here. Okay, one eye done. I'm putting away my concealer, and as you can see, I'm keeping the stretch on my eye, or I'm looking down. Let's get a brush. Don't I have a bigger brush? Of course I do. Let's get a bigger brush. And let's reverse. So I am going to start with the color Destiny, which is this one. So I'm taking a smaller brush for that because I need to work in my inner corner. Taking the color Destiny on a small brush, this one. And I am patting that on top of the concealer. And because this is a small brush, it can take a little while, but I am just more precise then. And you can create, you know, the shape that you want. Let me just go a little bit sideways. So, how am I going to do that? I don't know. I think like that. Like that. And technically, if you are going to use opaque shimmers on top of mattes, you don't really have to cut your crease. I don't like this brush. Let me try you. You don't technically have to cut your crease, to be fair. I just did in the previous look, so I'm doing it again now. Now I'm going to go to the color Jade, which is this one, on a bigger brush. See if this brush will work. And I'm just going to place that here. I will take my sponge tip, doesn't really matter. And I'm going actually to take that green color a little bit on top of that purple. And it won't really change that. It will just, I hope, blend them together a little bit. So let me get my brush, tiny bit of Mohan, which is the dark purple, and fade it together a bit. Like so. I want to clean up the edge. For that, I am taking that small detail brush. I'm going into the color Mohan, tapping it off, and I'm just going to clean up this edge here. And because I am actually placing it on top of that edge instead of just above the edge, I am making sure that the shimmers aren't up too high for my liking. Okay, cleaning off that brush. Then I'm going to go into the color Money, which is that very dark green. I'm going to do the same thing on the inner part of my eye. Now, apparently, if you have done your cut crease correctly, you don't have to do this, but I'm not really good with cut creases, so yeah. Like so. What I do then is I'm taking that brush again, it's clean. I'm just going to kind of try and fade the color into that green again. Tiny bit of Money, tiny bit. Tiny bit of Mahia, which is this green, on top of that. It's still recording? Yes. Okay. I'm cleaning that brush, a tiny bit of Mohan, which is that dark purple, just on the tip of the brush. I'm going to go gently over that edge. I'm taking Iris, and I'm actually barely touching my skin. How's that? It's not the it's not the same, and I'm actually bummed that the cut crease is up too high. I don't like that. I usually like it if my cut crease is, well, on top of my mobile lid, but it is what it is. So let's see if we can recreate it on the other side as well, which is always fun. Let me just plop it on my eye, and then a little bit on my hand, like so. Okay. Oh, and this is what you get when you have hooded eyes, so it doesn't really matter. I can use that. And I'm just patting. Yeah. I told you I'm not proficient with a cut crease. That's why I don't do them that often. On the other hand, if I would do them more often, I would get better at them. So yeah. And if I'm working with matte shades, actually the only time I'm really cutting my crease is when I want to blend, well, like a purple and a green together. Or I want to use them on top of each other or whatever. Where's my brush? Here. Okay. So I'm going to start with that color Destiny again in the inner corner. I'm just going to pat it on. And the trouble for me is that I have been focusing so much on blending brushes that I forgot to look at packing brushes. So the best packing brush that I have is this tiny little thing. But then it will take forever, just so you know. Oh yeah, let me go here. Oh yeah, I need to blend the two together again. Ah, I forgot. Okay, so now that I have it here as well, I'm just going to go back and forth. Let me get a little bit of Destiny on one side of the brush and a little bit of Jade on the other side. So I have Jade, Destiny. I'm actually going to pat them over each other. And you can use your finger if you want. What do I have here? I don't know. Use your finger if you want to kind of blend them together a bit. Okay, let me clean the brush. Go into the color Jade, the green, the light green shimmer, and just plop it here. Yes, I know I used the sponge tip on my other eye, but I'm lazy today. And these shadows are dry, by the way. Okay, let's go on top of that color. So let's get Jade on one side, Destiny on the other. And I'm going to pat them over each other on that edge. I'm just alternating. I'm taking my finger and kind of wiggle them together or something. I am not the best at blending shimmers, but then again, it does not really matter, does it? Well, let's get that small brush clean. Let's go into the color Mohan, which is the dark purple, and clean up the edge here. A little bit here. I will do that with my blending brush too. Okay. Cleaning it off, going into the color Mani, the dark green, for the inner part. Story of my life, one eye is always better than the other. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Let's get that blending brush. Let's start with a little bit of the color Mani, which is that dark green. Then a little bit of Mahia, which is a bit more, it's not the lightest green, but it is a little bit more light, a little lighter. I don't know how you say that. Is that the same? Probably not. Let's get a little bit of Mohan, that dark purple. And also here. What I actually should have done was tap here, tap that concealer out with my finger, and then those two colors would have blended a lot better. Let me try it with my finger. I can blend until I weigh an ounce, or something like that. It's one of the expressions we have in Dutch. You can do that until you weigh an ounce. Color Iris again. What you could do if you wanted to was just take your finger, then go into the color Shea, which is that darkest green shimmer, and just kind of pat that on top of this green to darken it up a little bit. You don't have to do that, by the way. I'm just doing it now because the green on top of my eye is a little bit darker than the first time I did this. Okay. And the other, what do I want to do on the bottom? You could flip it again, so use the colors on top the same as you did here, and I think I did that, but I'm not sure if I want to do that now. I can flip, can I not? Yes, I can. Okay. Garbage truck. Let me get fluffy brush and the color Erin. Tapping it off, and I'm bringing it around my eye, but quite low. And until halfway. It's probably going to be a mess, but it's just makeup, so who cares? Okay. And then let's do iris first, because I want to see how it shows up and what it's looking like. Same brush, I cleaned it, and plop iris here. It's not really showing up, so let's get Mohan. And because I'm putting it on top of that iris, it is not really as dark. And that is not a bad thing. Let's also bring it up. Yes, okay, so first the color Iris. Then the color Mohan. Connect it up. How's that looking? Yes. And what I can do now, however, is get the color Destiny, which is the shimmer we put here, on the small detail brush, and then let me see if I can do that on camera. Bring that around, but on top of the lash line, if that makes sense. So high. I need to spray it. I see that. Spray. Yes. Okay. And I need to hold my head at a certain angle, so I hope you can see what I'm doing. I need a bit more. And I want it around my tear duct. So this is what I did. Let's do that on the other eye as well. A thingy. Okay. So we have that, but we also have the green. So let's do the same thing with the color Jade. Spray it. And then put that on the outer part of the eye, connecting it, well, also on top of the lash line. And let's connect it up. Why? Because I can. And now you have flip flip. Does that make sense? Maybe. Let's do the other side. Yes, I forgot to spray my brush. Okay. I kind of like that, yes. Now for inner corner highlight, you could leave it like this. You could even put the shade Jade, you know, the green shimmer here. You can put a normal highlight there. I don't know what I want to do just yet. So what I'm going to do, however, is put on a little bit of liner, a little bit of mascara, a lippy. Think about a highlight, then I will be right back just before my falsies to see, well, to show you how it looks before my falsies, because of course I'm going to wear falsies, and I think that a look like this can really handle that. So even if you are not a person who wears false lashes a lot because you think it's too much, maybe if you do a look like this, you can kind of experiment. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you soon. So I went a little bit more dramatic than I was planning, but I thought it would be fun to do the same thing on my lips. You don't have to, of course, but I thought it would be fun. I have never done that before. So what I did, because I don't have a blue lip liner, I just got a green eye pencil from Essence in the color I Have a Green. I lined my lips with that. On top of that, I plopped this one. This is from I Heart Revolution from their metallic mermaid line in the color Siren. I let that dry a bit, and then in the middle I tapped a little bit of the NYX liquid suede in the color Respect the Pink. Then just tapped it out a bit with my finger, and yeah, this is what I came up with. I also added a little bit of blush because I felt like the look needed it. I plopped on a little bit of eyeliner and mascara. And I'm going to wear pretty dramatic falsies because I think the look can use it. Just so that you know. But if you are not, this is what the look will look like. With, well, normal lips and just mascara. I think it's fun. Yeah. And I'm probably not going to wear this, the lippy, at least all day long, but I thought it was fun. So what I'm going to do is plop on my falsies, and then I will see you in just a second with my dramatic false lashes on, because I'm feeling dramatic. Hold on tight. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So I'm looking very dramatic with my very dramatic lashes, and yeah. I like how the look turned out. Yes, I could have picked less dramatic falsies. I could have picked my Ardell's. It doesn't really matter because they all go with this look. I just thought it would be fun to wear my very dramatic ones again. These are the Sosu lashes from Primark in the style Milan. I don't wear these that often because they are really dramatic, even for me. But I thought, let's give them a go again. So this is how the look turned out. And if you recreate it, please let me know. If you are on Instagram, post a picture there, tag me in it, because I would love to see, well, the look when you do it. And that goes for all my looks. If I have inspired you in some way and you recreate or do your own inspiration of one of my looks, please let me know, because I would love to see that. And yeah, this was it for me for this look today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. If you have any request for eye looks, color combinations and all that kind of thing, please let me know down in the comment section. My lips are sticking. I don't like that. Anyway, if you like to see more of, well, this and me, just click the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, of course. And then while you're clicking buttons, just click the bell so you know that you have done everything you can possibly do to get notified of my next upload, which will be tomorrow. So yeah, for now, I'm signing off. I wish you all a great day. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.